looking for space, but still managing to get part of the bat to it. He opens his account with Shakib Al Hasan. He knows he's faced this kind of scenario before. He knows ways and means to come out of it. Imrul Qais could have done better instead of just playing his bat at it. No movement of feet towards the line of the ball, playing away from his body and paying the price. Ways and means to come out of it. Imrul Qais could have done better instead of Ways and means to come out of it. Imrul Qais could have done better instead of a lot of toing and froing in the changing of the fields, with Mahmoud Al-Riyad now on strike, the right-hander. There's a slip-in for him. Squarish deep back point, or a squarish third. Deepish point, I'd say. Not on the boundary. We're talking about picking up the pressure from both ends. One bowler doing a good job. Even if Shimon Khan does not take a wicket, just ensure that he bowls good deliveries, pitch it up, get the ball to the width.
Yeah, I think it's just trying to preserve that boundary count against the bowlers. Let them have it, but do not allow them to just get into the game with free boundaries. So work with the plan that the captain has put in place. Let them to just get into the game with free boundaries. Just in that manner. That's good cricket all round, really. Good delivery. The batsman has seen that he can play with soft hands and maybe try and steal a single, which they have. Can't prevent that. The boundaries are what will hurt Barishal.
They've got a left-right combination in the middle, and that's something that the bowler has to keep at the back of his mind, always trying to change his line of attack. Continuing from over to both batsmen, and keep an eye on field changes and the approach of the batsman in particular, particularly Shakib Al Hasan. Changes on the left side, just what I was saying, a bit sort of half an appeal there.
The other thing is just to keep that ball as new and as firm as possible. We have seen a few in the outfield, so the other thing is just to keep it as dry as possible for as long as possible. Especially when the spinners do come on, give them an opportunity to grip the ball. We did see through that middle part of the innings for full now, things really did slow up.
He just waits for that to come on to him. But this is Shimon, the bowler, has kept it tight. See what he's achieved, just the 3 singles into his last delivery. He's giving his partner Taskin Ahmed at the other end and keeping up the pressure on the batsman. Two pace bowlers bowling in tandem. We've seen in the longer versions at least, one softening up the batters, one trying to get the wickets. On this occasion, the wickets have been achieved. It's a matter of containment from this end. The wickets, and he does continue to contain just a single from the last ball of the other two. It's 12 for 2. Barishal batting first. They invited 2 in their 20 overs, putting over 152 with thanks to Bongubondhu 51, Ridhoi 27, Mahidul 21. That cameo really put the extra runs at the end, and I think they can be Mahidul 21. That cameo really put the extra runs at the end. Happy with getting the 2 early wickets, very first over. Very strong batting unit, Jamkon Kulna. they are on the back foot at the moment. And he's the man who's put them in that position. Some excellent bowling in the first over. 2 slips in now for Taskinama. Well, it's a little short, makes it a little more comfortable for Mahmudullah Riyad. Does very well. Didn't hit it too hard. It was just timing and placement. 4 runs.
Not just that, he's just used the pace of the bowler. Cuts the length, as you say, gets in a good position, gets it to hit the bat and then directs it through the outfield. And the outfield does the rest. Gets in a good position. Got to look to try and get the batsman to play off the front foot. Beat them through the air with that extra bit of pace and the movement that's on offer.
Immediately, the second slip was taken off. So that worked for the batting side. Immediately, the second slip was taken off. So he's trying to bowl back of the length. Can't understand that. It's paid dividends, him pitching the ball up. Decided to just try and see what he gets out of the wicket. Maybe some uneven bounce, maybe disconcerting for Mahmudullah Riyad. Just try and see what he gets out of the wicket. Maybe some uneven bounce, maybe disconcerting for Mahmudullah Riyad. Comfortably.
You know, Shamim, I love my tea so much. I've got 3 tea bags in there. There they are. My goodness, and this is ginger tea. Fantastic kasi tea. Oh, what a cup of goodness.
The tea is good. It's good. The ginger tea is very good for commentating it. Smooth, dulcet voice of yours can be heard all around the world.
I tell you what, I'm converted. I was telling Atta, I'm only drinking water and tea from now on.
Are you sure? Wide, and once again he's blasted that away. Superb shot. Mahmudullah Riyad enjoying himself with some loose deliveries, putting them away to the boundary.
I think there's been some feedback from this particular lane. Everything that he's bowled in that lane, he's been punished. So that is some telling him not to bowl there. But he's gone with that back of the length again and been punished again. You've got to try and pitch it up. You've already seen the dividends that he gets rewarded by pitching the ball up. These are 2 quality players. You don't want them to settle in. You don't want them to start building a partnership.
Kick goes again. This time maybe gets a little bit of extra nip of the wicket. Very contrasting 2 overs so far.
Look at his first over and he bowled. Look at that. My goodness, that's gone sideways. And he's gone back of the length, punished. Gone slightly fuller, gone across it on that occasion. Tommy Iqbal takes a very good catch. Full, no feet movement, beats the bat. Finds the outside edge with a consistent bullish length. That there is unfortunate, but he's doing the right things.
Waited on that one, continuing with the short pitch deliveries, and the batsman comfortable with that single. 3 overs completed. It's 21 for 2. Well, after the early stutters, some stability being brought back into the Jamcon innings with Shakib Al Hasan and Mahmudullah Riyad, the skipper. Riyad is gifted with a few short-pitched wide deliveries, ensure that the pressure is taken off with those boundaries in the previous over from Taskin. Delivery, Shimon is accurate. Quick run taken. Ooh, that was pretty close.
Yeah, just for a moment, they touch and go. Feel they probably had just one stump to aim at, so they'd have had to make it a direct hit. And just at the last moment there, Mahmudullah's just stretching. There, he got it. I think it's that extra step he took just to gather himself and get a bit of balance that cost him a bit of time to get the ball away. I think if he's picked it up in one motion and thrown the ball, yeah, I think perhaps Mahmudullah would be in a spot of bother. I think if he's picked it up in one motion and thrown the ball,
Shimon Khan is not that pitching it up has paid off even in his first over, just giving away 4 singles, continuing to just keep Shakib quiet, and also being told by his partner Mahmudullah Riyad that he's trying to just give the ball a little bit of a rip, slow it down. Watch out for that. Oh, it's gone big time, and it's speeded away to the mid-wicket boundary.
Yes, it's a good shot by Shakib. Just here, he decides to hit it through the onside and closes the face. For a moment there, the bowler will be thinking, well, I'm in business. Shakib will be thinking, well, lucrative return, and he does get that.
Quick run taken. That's the second time they have to scamper through for the run. The fielders are pretty alert and agile, which is good to see. They've taken 2 early wickets, want another one. Run. The fielders are pretty alert and agile. It's good to see. They've taken 2 early wickets.
Could have been a bit closer. Looking at the last few steps there by Shakib. Direct hit here would have been interesting. Yeah, I think, ooh. I don't think he makes his ground there if that's a direct hit.
Oh, that's close. Get him in field. Umpire says no. That's interesting. It's way down the wicket.
Ghazi Sohail, he says not out. Shake of the head. Then they are not convinced. And Iqbal's not happy either. Can't understand why that's not given out. I'll have a closer look at this. I think that's probably missing.
Yeah, I think seems to be just angling down leg side. This accentuates that angle, but you're looking at it straight. Even then, it was just veering down the leg side. So I think eventually it was a good call on the part of the umpire. Ghazi Sohail, Camp is not too happy. Just veering down the leg side. So I think it was a good call. Taking it back. Excellent bowling here by Shimon. And at the end of 4 overs, it's 27 for 2. Excellent bowling. Barishal batting first, posting 152. And to finish that innings, they maybe thought they're about 15-20 runs short, but after taking those 2 early wickets of Jemkon Kulna, they'll fancy their chances here. Now this partnership, breaking this partnership will be the target. 23 of 19 between the 2 stalwarts Shakib Al Hassan and Mahmoudullah Riyad. Mehdi Hassan Miraj, the right arm off break bowler from the north end. 40 wickets in his kitty. Best of 2 for 6. Now, what can he produce? Won't get much turn off the wicket. Ball's a little wet.
Nice to see a slip in place for him. Around the wicket, trying to angle it into the stumps.
One.
Couple of runs into the wide open spaces. Just needs to bowl it up to the batsman. Be brave enough. Give the ball some air. Allow it to get a grip on the surface. Get some purchase. Get a bit of turn, because your captain's given you that slip. You're trying to zip it through. It's not going to turn.
Mehdi Hassan has been quite a permanent feature in the Bangladesh side. So I think there's been a number of net sessions that have happened. He's bolted these two individuals. We'll know exactly what sort of plan he's trying to implement here.
The problem is that little white thing in his hand that's tucked. That gives you a clear indication that the ball is collecting some of this moisture on the wet outfield. Is collecting gain short. Maybe not really getting to do what he wants to do because of that lack of grip on the ball. Spending more on just trying to zip the ball through rather than give it some air, a chance for it to turn. This one won't be too flustered with not getting any big runs now. Have the experience enough to know that if they bide their time, going to get the opportunities with loose deliveries. They're targeting Shakib's wicket more than anything else. The prized wicket. Slip is back on.
Over 5 in this over, so yeah, obviously watching him very closely, being cautious in their decision making against the off spinner. There's all to go in this over and another 6 in the power play.
He's gone big time. Now there's a fielder coming around. Thank you very much. He fell into the trap. It's worked. And Khulna have lost another one. This is a terrific piece of bowling by Mehdi Hassan Miraj.
Sort of built it up for a moment there, Shamim. Very cautious, and then tried to express himself with the final delivery of the over. And all he can do is find the man in the deep. Another breakthrough, a big one in fact. They know what it means. Imran takes the catch out in the deep. Skipper has to go for 17. It's 32 for 3.
$32 for 3. Mahmoudullah gone. The skipper is gone. Shakib is still there. Playing a miss. He's looked good tonight, Simon. Good pace, good aggression. This is the last wicket. Abdullah looking to go downtown, cloths it. He knows straight away he hasn't got anywhere near the middle. Simple catch. Nice celebration, young man. Game on. We're going to have another cracking contest here. Game 2. Game 2 of the Bongubondhu T20 Cup. Cover drive, beautiful. What a stroke. That is absolutely out of the top drawer. Sensational. Typical shot. Very, very long time. Make no mistake, if the ball is there, he's going to punish you through the covers. Lovely shot that is. High elbow up. Nice follow through. Welcome back, Shakib Al Hasan. Well, just a reminder for everyone what a quality player he is. That was as good a cover drive as you'll see all tournament. Absolutely beautiful. Good to see the great man back. We've missed him. What a World Cup he had in 2019 in the UK. The shining light there, bat and ball for Bangladesh at the World Cup, fantastic. Great to see him back. 8 and over required. On the pull in the air. Should be out. He's out. This is incredible. Banged in. Shakib on the pull. Can only find the man at deep square. That is a big blow. After being hit, what a boundary, comes back strongly. Shuman Khan has been a revelation in the BCB President Cup. It was a short ball. He got himself in a bit of a tangle, not sure whether to go for it. In the end, looked it up in the deep. And have a look at the reaction. Why not? They know now that they're in with the game. They've sent not only Shakib Al Hasan back, remember, Mahmudullah also back in the act. He goes to 15. Khulna, 36 for 4. Two men on naught. How the tides have turned. We're still in the power play, folks. Two men on naught. Anifal Hatch is the new man. Well, 5 minutes ago, he's sitting down the bench, relaxing. There's numbers. Just shy of 1,000 runs. Strike rate's not great. Just a 150. There's numbers. Slip in play. Just shy of 1,000 runs. It's not great. Oh, this is excellent. This is really good. We're having a good time, aren't we? We're back in business. Back in the comms block. Where would you rather be? This is really good. Nowhere else but here. To be really honest. Have a look at this. Where would you rather be? He got himself into a bit of a tangle. Not sure whether he wants to play the pull or a hook. And before he could decide, he was already in trouble. And you've got to also understand the fact that Shuman Khan has been very good in the recently concluded BCB President's Cup. He picked up a 5 in the final. I think he picked 8 or 9 wickets. He was very impressive. Have a look at it. Bending his back, making sure that he's not giving enough room for batsmen to free their arms. Only a single. A very good over. Wicket of Shakib Al Hasan in that over. 37 for 4. adjusted. Dominated, it must be said. Fortune Barishal, 37 for 4. Jemco and Fuller, they are in real strife. Animal Islam, leg spin. Good economy, 14 wickets. Early stages, best for 3 for 34. Shouldn't get too much spin on this surface in the evening game. Normally not a great deal of spin in the night games. Sliding on LB and Bowl will be a problem.
Yeah, this is good. I really like that Tamim Iqbal has called upon his right-hand leg spinner straight away, because of the fact that Shaki, the left-hander, is already back in the pavilion and there are two right-handers in the middle. I wouldn't mind if Tamim also brings in a slip in place. Just create that extra pressure, because a lot of runs they're trying to defend here. It's all about wickets. They picked up 4, the big 4, the top 4 already back. But it's never over until it's over. So you've got to create that sort of pressure to tell the opposition we're not going on a back foot until it's over. So you've got to create that sort of pressure.
Outside leg. Well, you mentioned Tamim Iqbal and outside leg. Well, you mentioned Tamim Iqbal and
there you go.
fantastic.
And that's for Ed.
It's going to be wide. It is nice, isn't it? It smells lovely. I love it. Organic air. Yeah. We'll be taking this home to the hotel. Beautiful.
It's so important, so very important to take the precautions and ensure that you stay safe and healthy. It's so important, so very important, especially during these times. And that's the reason why I feel that this organic care, safe hand sanitizer is one of the best at the moment. Keeps you safe, keeps you clean.
Slip in play, not what you wanted. It's an interesting, a bit of cat and mouse really as a batsman. You feel there's a chance of maybe they take the spinner on, but you just also know in the back of your mind you just can't give another wicket away.
Yeah, when you're in this sort of a situation where you feel that the top 4 is already back in the pavilion, then you are bound to take some time. So you really don't want to see these batsmen take unnecessary risk. Slip in place. That's what I like about Tamim Iqbal. Well bowled, inviting the batsman onto the front foot, down the ground for single. I think that's a really good move to have someone in the slips area, knowing that if they do find an edge, it goes straight to the slips area, knowing that if they do find hands in the slips. There you go, nicely protected by Boshundara masks. Not only there, up here in the com box too. There you go, nicely protected by Boshundara masks.
Tidy start. Tunnel, his leg spin. Not a great deal of turn, but nice and accurate. 7 overs ball, 42 for 4. Match 2. Bongubondhu T20 Cup. Yeah, cracking game first up. This should be another close game. At one stage, Fortune Barishal were struggling. They really were struggling. A little late flourish. Got them to 152 for 9, which at the mid-innings we didn't think would be enough. Well, the bowlers have delivered so far. They've been absolutely fantastic. 42 to 4. Jem Kulkula. They're reeling. They're absolutely reeling here. Tamim is ringing the changes. Kamrul Islam Rabi into the attack.
It's always important to have the runs on the border. Once you get past 150, we always thought that a couple of early wickets will do the trick. Starts with a wide down the leg side. And what a terrific over that was from Taskin Ahmed. When he came in and bowled beautifully, bowled quick, bowled straight, and picked up not only one but 2 wickets. And gave that hope to his team that yes, here in the match straight away. And that's what should inspire someone like Kamrul Islam Rabbi to bowl a little bit straighter. You don't want to give away extra runs at this stage of the game.
Oh, it would have been tight. It would have been tight if the bowler Rabi could have collected. It's smooth work in the deep. Really good in the deep. Look at this. This would have been close. Wants to. Now, Rabi, can you collect? Can you take the bails off? No. Fast, firm throw in. Slightly awkward bounce with the bowler.
I think it all started with that very first over. Remember, Shakil Islam also picked up a wicket in his very first over, first delivery. But I feel that this man on screen did the kick heavy because very first over. This was the first one. It's a very good catch, make no mistake, running back, always hard, coming well, takes an excellent catch, and then this. This is a beautiful delivery. He bowled a couple of deliveries which went away from the right hander, and then he bowled one which went away from the left hander. Terrific stuff. And that's exactly what you need from your opening bowlers, to create chances, to give them hope. And that's what Taskin Ahmed delivered. Outstanding.
Yeah, it was very good pace. A little bit unlucky to be going for that many. There's a couple of edges. Went for boundaries. The Imrul K's dismissal, thinking back to last year's BPL, as well as Imrul K's played, that was the area that he was always a little bit susceptible. No feet, pitched up, just angling away. Always a little bit susceptible. Robbie's slightly round arm slinging action. Pace is a little bit down from last year's competition, the BPL.
And what about the contribution from the bat when Fortune Barishal was batting? Nakidul Islam smashed 3 sixes, 21 of 10. Really changed that thing. That was kind of a total. We were hoping that they would not be able to cross 150, but they did in the end. They got into some sort of momentum while they were batting, and all of a sudden then Taskin comes in and picks up 2 wickets.
Yeah, don't forget Taskin hitting a 6 over deep in wicket that last over. All of a sudden he hits a 6, his confidence is up, he goes in, he changes his batting boots for his bowling boots and he comes out firing. It's great to see because he's a lovely guy, Taskin Ahmed. He's always been a talented bowler. Still plenty of time on his side. Always bowled fast, but he's had a couple of injuries over the last couple of years. Lovely to see him out there doing his thing. A real hot prospect for Bangladesh moving forward.
Yeah, he looks fit. He looks extremely fit. He's worked out his fitness for a long time. Yeah, he looks fit. And ensure that he's in top shape when he comes in to bowl in this tournament. 48 for 4.
Well, 105 off 72, looks a long way off right now. No momentum, losing wickets in clusters, lost 2 in the first over, and they've lost big wickets as well. Imrul K's, Animal Haq, Bijoy, Shakib, Mahmudullah. Four absolute stars. Animal to continue his leg spin. Stars. So smash down the ground. Smash for four. He might have got what it deserved, truth be told. Big, juicy full toss. Shahru's not going to miss out.
Yeah, it's a poor delivery and gets the right treatment. The problem for Punna is that these two batsmen in the middle hasn't had his right treatment any cricket since that month of March. Yes, they might have gone in and practiced here and there, but I always feel that match practice is the best practice you can get. Make no mistake. It's not going to be easy for them, but they're experienced players. That goes in their favor. Johurul Islam and Narifullah, they've been around for a while. So we'll have to wait and see whether they can just learn some sort of a partnership, put in a bit of a stability in the middle and ensure that they get going. They can get some big overs later on. But they can't afford to lose another wicket here. That is the big question. If they lose another here, I think it's going to be very difficult.
Well, this is what it's all about. The Ace Virtual Fan Zone. Watching the game at home, having a right time. Fantastic to see. Ace Virtual, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Okay, you can't get to the stadium to watch in person because of current guidelines and situations. Get yourselves on the Fan Zone. If you're watching back at home, you can always apply. Get yourself on for the next game. Gotta love a bit of Ace situation. Ace Virtual Fan Zone. If for any reason I can't come to a game, I'm going to get myself on there. You'll see me cheering away.
Yeah, great to see the fans involved virtually. Turning out to be good over. Greenwell Bullcross not afraid to toss it up. He needs to finish off nicely here because he was hit for a boundary in the very first delivery of this over. So he only managed to get 6. It's got to say it has been a good over. And if this keeps going on, the run rate will start creeping up. It's just close to 9 for the required run rate. Once it goes above 10, then little tricks will start to play in the minds of the batsmen.
Right over ball, 55 for 4. That's time for the Bashundara LPG strategic timeout.
বয়সে আমি একদিন ফুট খোলা রিকশায় বাড়ি ফিরছিলাম। আমার মেয়ে স্কুটি চালায়। ওর বয়সে আমি একদিন
ছেলেরা রিকশার হুট ফেলে চলতে পারে, কিন্তু মেয়েরা এইভাবে চললে মানুষ তাদেরকে খারাপ ভাবে।
সেদিন থেকে আমার জীবন 4 দেয়ালে বন্দী হয়ে গেল, কিন্তু আমি আমার মেয়েকে কোনো অনুশাসনে বেঁধে রাখি। সেদিন থেকে আমার জীবন 4 দেয়ালে বন্দী হয়ে গেল, কিন্তু আমি আমার মেয়েকে কোনো অনুশাসনে বেঁধে রাখি। আমরা নারী, বাংলার নারী, এগিয়ে চলি স্বপ্ন জয়ের প্রত্যয়।
জেন্ডার বৈষম্য হ্রাসে দক্ষিণ এশিয়ায় বর্তমানে বাংলাদেশ শীর্ষ অবস্থানে আছে। নারীর ক্ষমতায়নের লক্ষ্যে সরকার নারীদের মাঝে বিনামূল্যে 15 লক্ষ মোবাইল সিম বিতরণ করেছে। গ্রামীণ নারী উদ্যোক্তাদের দক্ষতা বিকাশে বিভিন্ন ধরনের প্রশিক্ষণ কর্মসূচি গ্রহণ করা হয়েছে। তোমার সাফল্যে এগিয়ে চলে বাংলাদেশ। প্রশিক্ষণ কর্মসূচি গ্রহণ করা হয়েছে।
হাত জীবাণুকর কুপোকাত।
শিশুদের সুরক্ষায় সিসিমপুর।
সাবান দিয়ে ধুয়ে হাত।
The captain to get together, the coaches to have a chat. Right, what's working, what's not working quite so well. A regroup as a batting unit, I would suggest, with Jem Kulna, because they have been poor with the bat. They have struggled. Ravi's going to continue with his slingers, you would imagine you'd call them. Oh, a very low arm in that first over. Angled everything into the leg stump, really. Not quite Malinga-esque, not quite that low, but it was definitely lower than I've seen it before. Another one with a fancy haircut. Must be something in the water. Fancy haircuts and cricketers. Like yourself, Atta, what a haircut, what a hairdo you have. Is his pace down? Looks a little bit down.
Well, he's been there for a long time in the domestic circuit. You talked about his action. Nice, easy approach. Gets a bit side on, and then there's good follow through. He doesn't really bowl with a lot of pace. What is important to see from Kamrul Islam Rabi, getting a bit of movement off the surface. So you've got to be spot on in terms of line and length. Forget about the pace. Be consistent with line and length will trouble the batsman. Short, easy pickings. You talk about the pace. He does not have that pace from Taskin or Shumon Khan. Gets the treatment.
Well, you can't bowl there. That is just a drag down. Absolute drag down. It's a hit me ball. Halfway down. Smashed. Yeah, that deserved it. Maybe deserved a 6, truth be told, but picks up the boundary. And then the inevitable. Runs back to get sawdust. Yeah. Sorry, Skipper, my front foot slipped. Didn't mean it. You need plenty more of those boundaries, though. Kulna, because they're right up against it. Same stage, though. Barishal were 61 for 3, so they can't keep up hope. Often an indicator where you need to be, so they're not miles off. Just need to get a bit of a partnership.
I think this pair needs to get into a bit of a momentum. Score runs without taking too many risks. Quick single taken. Boundary followed by a single. And it's just not about Zahul Islam. It's also important for Ariful Haq to just keep rotating the strike and see whether he gets an opportunity. If he gets an opportunity to pick up a boundary, then he's got to grab it. That's where the pressure is. If you don't do that, then the run rate will just keep on getting higher and higher. Going in the rate of 6.32. Still quite far off from 8.86, which is the required run rate. 93 in 63 required. 6 wickets in hand. The required run rate. 93 in 63. Honorable State Minister, Mr. Zaid Farooq. Minister of Water Resources in the middle. Director on the right of the screen. Water Resources in the middle. Bangladesh Cricket Board Director. Also owner of Porch in Barishal. There you go. If you can pitch it on the right area, you'll trouble the batsman. But still, there's too much width on that occasion. I reckon Zahul Islam has missed out.
100% missed out. That's wide. That's what you want as a batsman. You want a bit of width. Yeah, you're right, mate. You missed out. That's what you want. Should have slashed that away and slapped it through the offside for 4. Run rate's 9. Not out of control yet, the run rate. Just over 9. Improvisation up in the air. It's good. It's really good. It's clever. It's a wicket keeper shot. It's 4. 10 overs bowled, 65 for 4.
Boys, please be quick.
Interestingly poised, to say the least. Who would envisage that Fortune Barishal were going to come back fighting in this manner? Done exceedingly well, and defending that middling total may not have looked to be awe-inspiring, but they've done a good job. Early breakthroughs have pegged back Demkon Khulna. First ball of the last over. Scoop right over the head of the keeper. Hung in the air for a while. Bit of a teaser, but eventually ended up in the boundary. Had to just check himself from bouncing down the wicket. Got a single for it. Joe been around for a while, and it's up to him. The partnership now worth 30 of 30 balls. The rebuilding process going on. It's up to him. The partnership now worth 30 of 30 balls. Oh, quick run taken. The ball was going straight to Tuskin, but played with soft hands. And Zorul says, sorry for that. Made you hurry, my friend, but eventually they got through safely.
Gradually getting back into the game. 31 of 31 is the partnership. Into the game, 31 of 31. It's required, even though it's a runner ball. It just gives you that little bit of impetus at the back end, because if you push it for another 2 or 3 overs, or even 4, if you want to take it a little bit deeper, these two batters are going to be set. And that creates a bit of nervousness in the fielding side, because they then start searching for wickets. He's got all of this. What a great shot that is. The width was on offer. He extends the arm, and there's a big boundary.
That's experience for you. He fired at his time. He waited for delivery that was picked up. The leggy not getting a grip. That's experience. Stretching forward and extending his arms and going through the shot. Just didn't hover around. Right through. Struck it well. Got the maximum. That's what the doctor ordered. Keeps that interest going, keeps the score rate under control, 8.62 from now on. Very achievable. Want to hang on to the wickets. The leggy not getting too much grip out of the wicket. 11 done, 74 for 4. Playing catch-up, but I tell you what, we've seen a second half of an innings in the earlier part of the day when they got more than 100 runs in the 10 overs. So anything is achievable, provided you do not lose wickets and keep the momentum going. Maybe he thought he missed out on that. A little shake of the head from Ariful. He can be a big striker of the ball. Missed out on that. He has to check, showing his intentions. Ariful, little too early, allowing the bowler to drop it short. Here's the list of our digital partners for the Bongubondhu T20 Cup 2020. OTT partners are MyGPF for Grameenphone, MySports app, Robi, Game On app, Banglalink, Purti app, Vodafone Qatar, and Fancode app in India. And to all parts, and you can download the apps and watch. It's Barishal versus Khulna, interesting game.
No run, boy.
Another experienced player, Zarul Islam, has been around. His social distancing being followed there up in the president's box.
Good one, boy. Good one.
It's all wearing masks. Well, no.
Deliveries. I think Jarul just needs to see this over through, does not need to play anything rash. Picks up a single. Looking for two, decides against it. Yeah, that was a real pressure over. It comes to an end, 76 for 4.
Khulna team needing 77 runs of 48 balls. Achievable, provided they can plan out their next course of action in the next 8 overs. Just show they're a little more selective with the shots. When the freebies on offer, go after that. Ensure that there isn't a chance of a run out. Understanding between the two must be good. Captain always thinking to get another one and get their foot in the door. Well, that's the leading edge up in the air. He might be lucky here. It's just fallen again into no man's land. Closing the face of the bat and almost perishing there.
He's just looking to try and work this through the onside. Closes the face of the bat too early. As you rightfully said, just lands in the middle of no man's land. Oh, Tamim, that's harsh. He was too far away. Desperate for a wicket. I think it's on its way. If these two don't get on with it. Gone! Desperate for a wicket. Finds the outside edge. Oh, I put the markers on it.
You did, didn't you, Eddie? The rush of blood going down the wicket, giving them the charge. Zarul Islam normally is placed the ball to the merit. Seemed to have made up his mind as he charged on the wicket. His ball a shade away from it, getting the toe in, and the keeper making no mistake. Easy as they come, and a very, very important breakthrough. 42 the partnership was worth, and now the bowling team is back into the game. Zarul gone for 31, 78 for 5. So, another wicket down. New face, Shamim Hussain. Jemkon Kulna, youngster, is going to have his work cut out. He will be under extreme pressure. And that leaves some of the nerves. Run of the first ball that is faced. Who's responsible for this wicket that we're going to see?
Yeah, just sort of read the game up to this point. It just looked as if they were just digging themselves into a massive hole and had to make something happen. What happened was the outside edge was found. And a fifth wicket fell. So 79 for 5. They need 74 from 45 deliveries. Someone's got to get on with it. Someone's got to really find those boundaries.
That's smashed away. There's going to be a sweeper attending to it. Think of a second, but wisely don't decide to take it.
Ariful is on 9-15 deliveries. So way less than just a runner ball. Those are the options that Tamim has. Ashkin, how well has he bowled? Simon as well, 1 for 15, miserly bowling.
Just the point you're making about Ariful, 9 of 15 deliveries, I think built up the pressure on Zorul at the other end when they decided to go for it. It was rather premeditated, that shot he got out to go for it. Has to get a big backlift to that delivery, which he eventually blocked, thinking of going big. But again, some good accurate bowling by Kamrul Islam Rabi didn't allow him to free his arms. Directions must have been clear from the dugout. Go for it. No use dying wandering. Got to make an effort. The batsman has got the instructions. Nicely guided, using the pace, using the angle well. 13 overs completed, 81 for 5. What's transpired in match number 2 of the Bongubondhu T20 Cup 2020. Fortune Barishal posting 152 with Imon, Rida and Maidul putting up the runs. Jemkon have got to really work hard. 10.29, the required run rate has climbed up to the lost 5 of the top batsmen. They've got in Shamim Hussain, a newcomer, into the fray. Ariful is there. I think he's got to take over the responsibility of taking the attack back to the bowling side. Ariful is there.
That's not a wide. Required rate now 10.5. Continue to now just block. There was no intent there at all to try and find a run. Continue to now, both now scoring a less than run a ball. Looking to try and equate 10.5, nearly 11 runs and over required. Less than run a ball. Bit of confusion, but again, another dot ball. That's 3 in a row.
Getting tougher by the minute, and he's got a smile on his face, and why not? His bowlers have delivered. Well, the intention on this occasion at least was to get the scoreboard moving along, but good work. Committed to that. Reverse Singh getting it pretty well on the back. And he's got to get in. Did it go the distance? I'm not quite sure. No, it's just gone for 4 runs. But 4 precious runs.
He had to try something. Had to take a risk. Had to be brave. He gets the elevation. Well over the field is. Just short of the boundary and picks up 4. Yeah, watches it all the way. He decided early. Captain knew it was 4.
1 for 11 so far for Mehdi, and have a little wipe of the handkerchief or towel. Traveled over the outfield, got this moisture. Handkerchief or towel. Let's play forward. Let's play more than his intended mid-wicket area. Only a single results. The required run rate keeps creeping upwards, almost reaching 11. Medias and Mirage having a quick look up at the scoreboard, giant scoreboard here, to ascertain what they need to do. And the Red Worms taking a dip, going or about on target till that wicket. It's not looking too good for them at the moment. Good stuff. Just shortened his length and stopped the batsman from taking runs. 14 down, 86 for 5. Excellent bowling figures for Taskin Ahmed, taking the 2 early breakthroughs in his first over. He's got 2 overs left, a wicket each for Shohan Mehdi. Well, the ace virtual fan zone watching from
Advanced sun protection সমৃদ্ধ মেরি লিপ কেয়ার আসুন প্রাণ খুলে
online distribution.
Advanced sun protection সমৃদ্ধ মেরি লিপ কেয়ার আসুন প্রাণ খুলে
Waiting for top-notch cricket to return this format of the game.
Advanced sun
Arthur
protection
Hussain,
সমৃদ্ধ
man was
মেরি লিপ
impressed.
কেয়ার
Young man in recent past.
প্রাণ খুলে
Waiting for top-notch, but that's short and really the batsman.
সকালটা শুরু হোক চায়ের সাথে এক্সট্রা সুরক্ষা আজ আমার হাতে
Gets his first over in the 15th.
সকালটা শুরু হোক চায়ের সাথে এক্সট্রা সুরক্ষা আজ আমার হাতে
Perhaps Tamim is trying to get 1 over out of the way to lessen the load at the end. But the other thing, you're bossing a game up to this point. You've gone to him perhaps because it's a default setting. The other thing, giving him an opportunity to bowl. Oh, that is some excellent fielding. That Mehdi Hassan really made some smart ground to his right and even had to pull off the dive.
Wonderful commitment. Really making sure that nothing is leaked. Look at that. Covered a lot of ground, then dive forward. Got a single hand to it. Magnificent work. And Raj.
Yeah, so the default setting is that he's in the team as a bowling option, so bowl him anyway, or find a place to bowl him. Bowling option, so
Yeah, that's him thinking out of the box again.
but you're bossing the game. Oh, you've got Taskin on now to really try and finish it off. Maybe pick up 1 more wicket or really go for another quiet over. He's still got the overs under his belt. These bowlers have really complemented each other. And he's a wicket-taking option.
This is what we're talking about in the earlier game when Sheffield was brought in earlier than the penultimate over. Well, that's going to be a wide. than either the penultimate over. That the same thought process that you're talking about is bring in Thaskin and finish it off, get a wicket and get amongst the tail-enders.
It's not easy to bowl your first over in the 15th in a T20 game.
Tell you what, he hasn't done too badly so far, except for that wide.
He's got away with a few.
He has. There have been a couple of long hops that could have been put away. But the rub of the green has been fortunate. The pressure, you can see Ariful in particular. We've known him to play some pretty lusty shots in the past.
সকালটা শুরু হোক চায়ের সাথে এক্সট্রা সুরক্ষা আজ আমার হাতে
বাহ দারুণ তো
চিনির বদলে চায়ে ডাবর হানি সুস্বাস্থ্যের সাথে বাড়বে ইমিউনিটি চায়রাটা জমুক বিশেষ সুস্বাস্থ্যের সাথে বাড়বে ইমিউনিটি চায়রাটা জমুক বিশেষ
অ্যাডভান্সড সান প্রোটেকশন সমৃদ্ধ মেরি লিপ কেয়ার আসুন প্রাণ খুলে অ্যাডভান্সড সান প্রোটেকশন সমৃদ্ধ মেরি লিপ কেয়ার আসুন প্রাণ খুলে অ্যাডভান্সড সান প্রোটেকশন সমৃদ্ধ মেরি লিপ কেয়ার আসুন প্রাণ খুলে অ্যাডভান্সড সান প্রোটেকশন সমৃদ্ধ মেরি লিপ কেয়ার আসুন প্রাণ খুলে অ্যাডভান্সড সান প্রোটেকশন সমৃদ্ধ মেরি লিপ কেয়ার আসুন প্রাণ খুলে অ্যাডভান্সড সান প্রোটেকশন সমৃদ্ধ মেরি লিপ কেয়ার আসুন প্রাণ খুলে
It's interesting from this sideway angle, you see how far deeply entrenched he was in the crease, Ravindra Jadeja, but there are also people who stand outside the crease. There are lots of batsmen who stand outside the crease. You see Hardik Pandya as well, who's far too deep into the crease, and he's very good. Nearly every time he bats, you feel that his bat is going to hit the stumps. And it's with that kind of batting is this next question where Rajesh asks, does taking a batting position just outside the crease help in dealing with block hole deliveries?
And outside the crease, you'll certainly get it on the full a bit more. Flip side to it is going to be quick when it reaches you. That's why batsmen keep changing the position. It's a no ball.
Gets down nicely. Good commitment to the reverse.
Gift for India, free hit.
Knows exactly what he's trying. Never tries to keep that down. Always hits up over the two men inside the ring. Excellent execution. Absolute perfection.
Well picked up. It's been a big difference now in the game.
Hardik Pandya.
And so if this game goes
wide outside the off stump, a swing and another miss.
It's the first game
to come back to that question. Because to do stand, and that's why batsmen keep changing their positions. A lot of them seem to be deeper in the crease. Because then if you miss your Yorker in a little bit, it turns into a half volley. So there's no harm in standing outside the crease every now and then, and that's where you try and change the length of the bowler or play with the bowler's mind a little.
Picking up those 4 quick wickets.
That's been a big difference in the game. A lot of the batsmen around the world are good enough to get under that Yorker, even if you miss by a few centimeters as a bowler.
as you said, rightly
yes,
said,
you are
it is
outside the crease,
only
you
the
will-
first match. Now have a look at
You are likely to get it
Barishal
full a bit.
compared to
You have to be ready because it's going to reach you a lot quicker.
Tamim Parvez Tohid Rida Mahidul Islam. Imrulkai Jahul
That
Islam
Cummins has been impressive, hasn't he? The figures sometimes don't reflect, but it's been that kind of a surface, it's been that kind of a day. 1 for 58.
restricting till now.
Real good deliveries.
Now at 99 for 5 in the
Another
60s,
slower
but
one.
also the way they bat, the way the youngster Parvez Hussain,
That's been
Imon bat.
one of the good things that Australia has done today. Pulled their length back very quickly and used the slower ball a lot. This pitch has had a bit more in it
Made the history
in the first
winning the
ODI.
World Cup. So they've got some
See the figure
sparks
start
still
again
left
having a
there, but I
tough
still
day.
feel 54
Hazelwood
runs
good
and
again.
26 deliveries.
So was Cummins. Sampa's had a good day. And Zeke.
Has to score some runs here. 12 of 21. It just
Starks over
has not been able
the
to
longest spell
get
today.
used to this condition and not
Fifth
picked
bowler
up a
quota
single
with match.
boundary. Yet to score some. But Imon has just come and Shamim, beg your pardon,
Should only
just
be
come
one.
in and he's picked up not one but 2 boundaries.
It's
They
3
got
for
to
1
distribute it among
for 5.
the 2 of them. Otherwise it's going to get tougher and tougher from here
Life in the urban jungle is difficult.
That's an absolute beauty.
Only a few
Right out of the
species
screws.
survive here. Life, their bigness, adapting to its sub-habitat. It moves with ease on every
Absolutely
terrain.
smokes
The
this
Duff
into the
Urban,
stand.
presenting
Brilliant
the
hit,
new
just what they
Ignis
need.
compact
He's a
urban
big hitter,
SUV.
make no mistake. Comes down the wicket and a smash of it. That is the
No,
big
there was
shot,
a no
really
ball.
big shot. One of the
We'll
big
have
shots.
one more
And
delivery.
that's the reason why I feel that
But 300
needs a
up
bit
for
of
India.
support from the other end. Just don't leave it all to Shamim. It's a team game, it's all about partnership.
Went for the wide Yorker.
27 of 23 out of the 27 runs scored in this partnership. 21
I said
belongs
Australia has
to
been good today.
Shamim.
Lots of dot balls bowled at India. To the wide Yorker,
Just coming
just
before.
outside
This is
the
good.
stand line.
This is a little momentum shifter. Big 6 and then a top edge over the keeper to finish.
Those of all
the
those
60.
dot balls.
109 for 5.
59 of 31 required at the moment.
Another slow one. Both these batsmen are very quick. And they make it comfortable.
Top edge.
3 or 3 for 5.
Last time. The fashion data LPGs to pitch.
दादा बिग फैन लेकिन पिच रिपोर्ट जो भी हो मेरी 11 कर देगी आपकी 11 को बिल्कुल फ्लैट
तो आओ पिच पर खुद को चैंप समझते हो तो प्ले विद चैंपियंस आपकी टीम जीतेगी या मेरी देखते हैं माई 11 सर्कल मेक योर टीम ओनली ऑन माई 11 सर्कल डाउनलोड द ऐप
नींद बिछाई दीवार चढ़ाई छत ने डाला डेरा और घर बन गया मेरा
बड़े इरादों में जान डाल दी अल्ट्राटेक इंडिया नंबर 1 सीमेंट
घर बन गया
बड़े इरादों में अल्ट्राटेक इंडिया नंबर 1 सीमेंट
এইসব জিনিস নানান জায়গায় চাই আমাদের সাদেক যদি তুমি তো
MRF ZLX. You can bet on it.
Mitchell Stark has been handed the ball. He's deliberating over what he wants and whom he wants where. Mitchell Stark, deep square leg, long on, and deep mid wicket to the right of your screen. Not now, then. Where does this one go? Has he got enough on it? No, safely into the hands of Manas Labuschagne. Took that extra second. And Hardik Pandya manages to find the fielder.
Yeah, they bowl well to him today. You could see from the field what they're trying to do. 3 fielders on the leg side. Slow ball into the pitch. They're going to have a look, see from the side angle. It is a no ball. Mitchell Stark at the moment is having a tough time. Only himself to blame for this one. Hardik Pandya not only gets a reprieve, gets a free hit as well.
He did everything right except for keeping his foot back. Trying to look for pace, sometimes you end up overstretching. That's exactly what happened there. The effort was there.
Tamim Iqbal has kept his trump card up his sleeve.
Sometimes when you're trying to
keep his best bowler for 2 overs at the den.
And make sure you don't hold yourself back. You don't want to try and change your arm speed.
It's one boundary and over.
Days when it just doesn't work for you at the moment.
21, he got a step
up. Stark is.
I shouldn't have said pace, I should have said lack of. But it's a free hit, and it's going to be Hardik Pandya.
Here we go. Here we go. That's it.
Well, he's the one who started it. When he picked up those 2 wickets in the very first over, and when we discussed it, the commentators early on, that went off when from Taskin Ahmad was
cross, so they can change the field for Ravindra Jadeja.
That's exactly what happened. Very first delivery, short, wide, 4. But you got to give credit to Ariful Ahmed. He started to open up and try to play a few shots. That's exactly what Punna needs now.
And it's out of the park. So once again, salt to the wound.
Boys, doesn't get enough. Just gets a glove and a keeper as well.
Right for the Yorker.
Leg inside the rule, you can see what he's trying.
Ravindra Jadeja is capable enough not to miss out. Was at the stumps, pulling fast but not as low as Stark would have liked.
Taskin-Ahmed's got up his sleeve.
Well back in the
stand. Inside the ring.
Also,
protection leg side, deep
be able to clear that right leg and just get underneath. A quick delivery which is sailing in. Real good shot from Ravindra Jadeja.
Back of the lane. Not there. He's got away with that. Got away with that. It's a double ball. That could have gone anywhere.
And we'll get to.
Well, spot on. Got away with that.
Question of time. 16.71 the asking rate.
Just trying to hit it a little bit too
They've been going at more than 6 consistently.
Played a little bit fine.
Unfortunately for India, the target and the asking rate have steadily been tough to achieve today.
That's what it's been tricky. I know the struggle. 12 at the moment with 28 balls left in the game.
Next ball.
This time it's over squarely.
This is not
Mitchell Stark not having the best day. And Ravindra Jadeja, he's 23 off the
went for a boundary, and that was wide.
Again tries to go full. Hurts his legs. Just
if you have a big
helps it on his way.
You're already 5 down. You just never know.
A lot of runs required, but those 6s will certainly help.
Taskin Ahmed.
And the timing is very good.
Goes back into the goes to the boundary. The 2 ducks and 2 boundaries in this over.
We saw one real good
but still win. I know he's got his hands on his head.
catch today.
It's too
But
wide.
this one,
It can go anywhere. When you go wide,
you
it's
can't
all
do
stuff. You
pass.
can get hit both sides.
We saw you dropped it.
It's too wide. Beats it in pace.
Good comeback.
Just a
That's
single. Don't need huge overs though. That's to be fair. Chasing 11 and over, 4 overs. You don't need massive overs, do you? Just
We had 2
one good over
high-scoring
gets
games
it right down to 8 or 9.
at the Sydney
You've
Cricket
got to play
Ground.
some sensible cricket here.
And we've also mentioned that it's number 3 on the list of venues where high-scoring games have been taking place of late.
amount of pressure. Look to create that gap and take a single, get him on strike, and that's what he is doing right now. Shamim Hussain is on strike and low. We know that he can hit the ball hard. But slow delivery.
Decided to stay away from the stumps now, just go wide.
9 that over 118.5.
Better plan. Stays away from the arc.
Yeah, but the third game, and the third and final ODI, will be not too far from Sydney. It will be held in Canberra on the 2nd of December. A couple of days for the teams to travel to Canberra, practice, recuperate from Sydney. And it could be that it's that as this one goes, a couple of bounces.
We're in for another
a couple of runs
finish
to finish the over.
here
18 runs off it. It's 321 for 5.
T20 Cup. Portugal, Barishal, we think that one in front, but they fought hard. That's what it's all about.
नींद बिछाई, दीवार चढ़ाई, छत में डाला डेरा,
Taking precautions in these
घर बन गया मेरा.
difficult times.
बड़े इरादों में जान
Good to
डाल
see people out watching a bit of
India's
cricket
number
now.
1 cement.
That is very important for the mental health as well as anything. Watching a bit of live sport. She's a bit chilly out there now. She's approaching 10 o'clock local time. 35:03. Well, gift. That's an interesting one. That's an interesting one. What's a shore?
Took me by surprise. Have a look. Sideways. But you have. Got it right.
Umpire's always right. Even when he's wrong, he's right. I was told that as a very young cricketer. Never disrespect or question an umpire's decision. Good fielding, good work. I think he's home safe. It's a good throw. It's a good pick up and throw though.
Pat Cummins.
Yeah, the running between the wickets was
That's gone high.
Very good indeed. Yes,
And
you
it's
mentioned
gone
about the good pick up and throw
to
directly
Glenn
on the
Maxwell.
stance.
So another wicket falling for India. Trying to keep up. And this time it's Ravindra Jadeja.
Create some chances here.
Yeah, just good,
15 before the start
good
of
length
this
bowling.
over.
Doesn't get any power on it.
Spell of 4. Remember, he's the one who picked up the twice wicket of Shakib Al Hassan.
Pat Cummins.
But really turned the game.
Jadeja
And then
trying to keep up with the rate.
went out cheaply.
18 runs and over at the moment for
It's
India.
important for him
No
to
other
realize
choice
that
for
if he
him.
can provide another breakthrough here, then
Maxwell takes it easily.
Fortune Barishal will be feeling a lot better.
So Ravindra Jadeja goes for 24 of 11. It's 321 for 6.
Yeah, what a sound.
पता है अपना Amazon घर पर groceries भी deliver करता है.
Absolutely fantastic.
हाँ,
Oh, it's
महीने
got
में.
like an absolute trace of
और 30% तक की
For
saving भी
all
हो
money,
सकती
you
है.
look like a family, but brilliant in the deep.
Amazon Pantry पे 30% तक
I
की
was
saving.
thinking whether
Amazon,
he
groceries की
could
अपनी
have
दुकान.
attempted to hit
Introducing Byju's
in the air and try to play a big one, get it across
India
the
के best
field,
teachers बच्चों को
get
पढ़ाएंगे,
maximum,
mentors doubt solve
because he's
करेंगे,
certainly timing the ball.
और one-on-one personal attention
It's coming out
high quality videos
with a
रहेंगे
really
Byju's
sweet
app.
sound,
तो आज
right
ही
from the
सारी
sweet
क्लास
spot
बुक
of the
करो.
bat.
Download the Byju's app now. Byju's classes हैं so progressive.
Need a boundary here.
Let me tell you about the new Cadbury dog.
Full toss.
It's glitter,
That's a good bit of keeping. That's really good keeping. It wasn't above waist high. Batsman just having a word. It looked like it was a little bit high. Down leg side. Great work behind the sticks. Really was excellent keeping.
Another wicket. Back-to-back wickets for Pat Cummins. Hardik Pandya trying
Did
a
it
big
touch
shot.
any part of the bat or glove?
And it's all
Certainly
going
it was down
downhill
the
for
leg
India
side,
there.
so it was
On to
could have been
321.
called wide. We'll just go wait and see.
The
Probably
batsman trying hard.
maybe just brush the glove.
Still not given up. But Pat Cummins getting wickets in the end.
They've been good to Hardik today. Played really well in that first ODI. Ravindra Jadeja first. And trying to play the big shot over mid-off. Doesn't quite get the timing. Hardik gone wide outside off to him. This one a slow ball. Doesn't get enough power on it.
The wick was upward and he took his chances.
Bowled very well to him
Shabi
today.
Hussain cracked it nicely, but it was up and it went straight in
Finally
the
some
air.
good catching.
It's a good catch.
8 to Steve Smith.
Yep. All you have to do is find a way to
League 21 for 7.
take that shot away from the fielder. Shot that gets another one.
दादा big fan. लेकिन pitch report जो भी हो मेरी 11 कर देगी आपकी 11 को बिल्कुल flat.
Slow pitch पर खुद को चैंप समझते हो तो play with champions. आपकी टीम जीतेगी या मेरी देखते हैं My 11 Circle. Make your team only on My 11 Circle. Download the app now.
Life in the urban jungle is difficult. Only a few species survive here, like the ignis. Adapting to its tough habitat, it moves with ease, on every terrain. The Tough Urban, presenting the new Ignis compact urban SUV.
जब Cars 24 पे गाड़ी आएगी तो खरीदारों की लाइन लग जाएगी.
It's a hat-trick ball. And he's lost.
I would have thought it's a real good opportunity that you can get it straight.
In the air.
Is that a good day?
High in the night sky. Who wants it?
Come in.
4 players were steepling and trying to get under
right now. Quite good.
Hang on.
And he came into bat. An impossible task at the moment.
Well, this is the ball before the last wicket, and I think it might have been a no ball. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, that's a no ball for me. It just doesn't waste time. What happens? The next ball.
19 runs in over at this point.
Slashes it. Gets
not much India can do.
Small moments, but that should have been a free hit.
It's been another impressive performance from Australia.
That's how the game could change. Just one ball,
particularly
one
with the bat. And then made things difficult for India with the ball. Lots of things for India to improve on going forward.
I think even Finch would be thinking with respect to the bowlers, the batting has been really good. They've got a gun top 3 and all of them have fired in these last 2 games. The bowlers, except for Mitchell Stark, have had good days. And they've stopped India so far from overhauling their targets. And also the number of dot balls which they have bowled for the Indian batsmen. I think that will be something which the Indian team would be thinking about. I think in this game it's 121 deliveries, and that's a lot of dot deliveries.
Particularly when you're feeling such a big total, want to rotate, you've got to give credit to the Australian bowlers. Use the pitch a lot better and a good toss to win.
29 off 12 balls, you would think. Fortune would thank Barishal, but you never know.
This man has been on fire. Back-to-back hundreds, identical hundreds. And he was timing it from the word play.
I could just hear it.
Didn't have any issue at all. He never does when he plays India. And a 62 ball 100. He knows where the gaps are, whether it's spin or pace. Some bad signs for India. It's a long tour ahead. 200s to start.
Shahidul Islam had a very good time with the ball. It picked up.
Looks to be in prime form again.
Really doing well.
Yeah, you hit the nail on its head, Ajit. I'm thinking test matches. 4 test matches. Ominous signs. Steve Smith back in the team. David Warner back in the team.
There's an appeal.
4 runs so far.
It's definitely a sound.
And 4 will be 325%.
जब Cars 24 पे गाड़ी आएगी तो खरीदारों की लाइन लग जाएगी और हमारे यूनिक बिडिंग सिस्टम से दुनिया बोली लगाएगी.
जब हो जुबान पे केसर और जोश दिनों में तो इंडिया के लिए आपने लिया था. मेमन बोलो जुबान केसरी.
You know, John, we're heading on the way up. You guys are coming after to watch the match?
This is excellent. This is exactly what Tusker can do. He can slam a Yorker in at good pace, and then he's got the ability to bowl it back on length at good pace, and he's got slower balls. This is excellent. This is really good.
Glenn Maxwell bowled the last few overs a couple of nights ago, and he's doing that today as well.
Trying to get the overs done quick now. A little bit of batting practice for the tail enders.
Should be the idea of a bowler bowling at this stage of the game.
Australia have been impressive. It's going to be yet another massive win for
This
them.
is a fantastic over. He's a happy man, Tavian. Didn't look too happy earlier in his team losing wickets at regular intervals, but he looks pretty tough now.
And it was right there.
Deep down, he doesn't
So
get much
another
of a
wicket
confidence.
falling, and Glenn Maxwell not even celebrating.
This is a big confidence-boosting win.
It's just last rights at the moment for India. Good catch though over his head.
Jim called coolness side.
That's the way Shami
But they
bats.
should win over the line. 25 for 6 in the 19th over.
Saw that on the previous ball, just throws it out wide.
7 deliveries. I think it's terrific. You got to give credit to the skipper.
And a good catch by Maxwell.
Don't forget the role that the youngster Strawberries even played with the bat. On a
comfortably.
low scoring affair,
and
he
Shami
manages to pick up a 50.
has to make that walk back. He goes for one. It's 326 for it.
Yes, Adi will manage to rotate the strike. The strike rate would have been much better. But you don't give credit the way he batted. Batted with a lot of power. Backed himself to place a big shot and never shied away to pick up those boundaries. That's the reason why Barishal ended up scoring 152.
Drop leg side, all the way, brilliant. That's a really good hit. The finish from 19, that's a really, really good shot. So let's ball, the batsman gets plenty of it. 19 overs ball, 131 for 6.
2 runs and a wicket. It's 327 for it. Trying to speed it up. It's been a slow game. It was a slow game the other night as well. The Indian team was fined 20% for the over it. And today we finished 20 minutes beyond the stipulated time. And this was Mohammad Shami.
Not much left in the game. He likes playing the big shot. Really good catch from Maxwell. You can see Australia rushing through the overs at the moment. And rightly so.
It's good that they've got a couple of spinners to finish off things, because India needs 63 at 11. And with Saini and Bumrah, they're trying to do it quickly.
Zampa's had another good day. Got some wickets in the first one day. Got only one, but he bowled really well. Kept the Indian batters quiet for a period of time.
This is interesting.
Has to be out. Was given. Had no hesitation in raising his finger. Adam Zampa in the mix. A wrong one.
Now the question,
which Bumrah didn't pick at all.
16 in 5.
Typical tail-ender wicket, just the wrong one.
Big boundary.
Turns a little bit.
He's on strike.
Would have only hit middle stump. Bumrah had a tough day.
Take him on. Gets hold of it. Does he get enough of it? He has it. 6 again.
Another big win.
328 for 9.
What he has been doing in the past half an hour or so, we all thought that he was not playing his part, but make no mistake, he's the all-important first 6.
Yeah, pretty straight that one. Didn't pick it. Was in line. Only hitting middle stump.
He cannot believe it.
One of the more easier decisions for Paul Rifle.
There are times when even the batsman might be thinking, should I just walk on my own? Chell at number 11.
Turning down runs. This is interesting.
Looks like he's not keen to try to make things against
and then
fellow leg spinner. Defensive shots.
He's picking it. That's what he's trying to say. I've been picking it.
In Dhaka.
As a leg spinner, I know his variations.
Down into the stands. In the slot. Shelby good.
Just a blink over mid-wicket to get me off the mark. It's 329 for 9.
Maxwell bowled the last one.
He's the single, and that's the reason why.
He's 2 overs. 2 overs have been the quickest of his game, I think.
Well, that's clever. Turn down the one, as you mentioned. You've got to back yourself when you've done. It's poor bowling. It's poor bowling. It's in the swamp. Think back to the last
series might have gone, there's another game to be played, and India have a few things to look at. Certainly, as far as the bowling is concerned, and end up chasing big totals with respect to win.
Strike down the ground and will get himself a boundary.
Big totals, good strike that. Certainly got some batting ability. Saini saw it in the previous game. Tossed up by Maxwell. Hits it straight.
Another hit, another powerful hit. Again towards that same region. But this time it will only be a single.
Like I said, Karthik, maybe a few things to look at for India.
How would you describe that cover drive?
A slot cover drive? Don't expect bowlers to come in and do all the tough job, Karthik. The batter's job.
It's just the ability to laugh at your own self. How to play the cover drive, very similar to that. So that concludes the proceedings. Another comprehensive victory for Australia. They have won this one ODI series. The first one they won by 66. The second one they have won by 51. And for India, is it time to go to the drawing board because they've lost 5 in a row?
Yeah, well, that's a big win for Australia and a comprehensive one. They've played better than India. It's batting, certainly bowling tonight. 51-run win for them. And a comprehensive couple of games for them. Lots of things for India to look at and improve on.
It's a happy camp because the last time India were in Australia, they came back from being 1-0 down to win the series. That'll definitely be
good hitting by I think I had to ball the skin on the 19th over because you know I have to give because I know I was overshot because at the middle I needed wickets which the fast bowlers did get me some wickets and it was just clean hitting, I reckon. I thought it was also very difficult for Miraj because there was lots of dew. It was difficult to hold the ball. So over and all, otherwise I thought we played a very good game. Unfortunately, we lost the game, but I'm pretty happy with the effort the boys showed.
Yeah, it looked good because when you scored those 152, when Taskin opened the bowling, he picked up not only 1 but 2 wickets in the very first over, which raised that confidence and hope for your team to go and to defend the total.
Otherwise, till the 19th over, we were ahead. You know, it's just the 1 over they had, which went their way, and you know, it shows T20 cricket. 1 or 2 good overs, impactful overs, can change the whole game. This is what exactly happened.
Talent, Niall O'Brien here. A word on Parviz Emon. Played fantastically well, didn't he?
Yeah, he batted really well. I thought he was striking the ball really well. I will love to. I'm sure he will love to score some more runs because you know he was striking it so well. If he could have got 60-70, we probably could have got 160-70. You know.
Fantastic, Tamil. Thanks very much, mate. All the best for the rest and plenty of games to come. Keep smiling, my friend. Well done.
Thanks, Neil. Thanks.
This is some of the clean strikes. Beautiful strikes. Oh, what an innings. Came from nowhere, really. We weren't expecting this. He was slow stuff in the main and all of a sudden let loose. Difficult for the spinner to hold the ball at the end, but you've got to take your hat off. Powerful hat. That was fantastic strike. And what a win. Almost clutching a victory from the jaws of defeat. Brilliant.
You heard about from Tamim that just one over can change the complexion of the game, and that exactly happened. Fortune Barishal started well. If you're looking at the bowling figures, 2 for 33 for Taskin Ahmed. Shuman Khan, I thought, was the pick of the lot, 2 for 21 and 4. But it was Mehdi Hassan, especially in that last over, he smashed for 4 sixes in that last over, which gave it away. Wicket to Rabbi, but in the end, a cliffhanger. What a way to finish off things there.
Yeah, that's the summary. Fortune Barishal made 152 for 9. We thought, probably not going to be enough. In the end, it wasn't. Kim Kulna chasing it down in the last. An absolute crackerjack, winning by 4 wickets. Out for 48, not out. Wonderful. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, it'll be time for the post-match presentation. Absolute crackerjack. Wonderful. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, it'll be time for the post-match presentation. Absolute crackerjack.
হালুম দেখো কত কিছু করে, সময় কাটাও নানান কাজে, লিখে এবং পড়ে। হালুম দেখো কত কিছু করে, সময় কাটাও